The United States' Supreme Military Commander has now made a statement that may not go down well with Ukraine's wartime leader, Volodymyr Zelensky. He's remarked that Ukraine will not have it easy to join the NATO military alliance. The statement comes ahead of the NATO summit that is to be held in the Lithuanian capital city of Vilnius in the month of July.
Meet the same standards. So it's not going to make it easier. I think they've done everything relating to demonstrating the ability to coordinate militarily, but there's a whole issue of is their system secure? Is it non-corrupt? Does it meet all the standards every other nation in NATO does? I think it will. I think it can, but it's not automatic.
Now, he clearly stated that Washington won't make any special arrangements for Ukraine to join in the military alliance. The statement may not come as a surprise for those who know about NATO's founding treaty. The principle of collective defense is at the very heart of the treaty. Article 5 clearly states that an attack on one of the NATO nations effectively means that it is an attack on all NATO nations. So admitting Ukraine would mean that the NATO military alliance is at war with Russia. The NATO, which is not something that, and this is something which the Western powers, of course, do not want. But what is surprising is that the statement comes despite Ukraine becoming the top recipient of US foreign aid since February 2022. From Abram battle tanks to the anti-aircraft missiles, from howitzers to Hawk air defense systems, from coastal defense ships to the advanced surveillance and radar systems. The United States has provided more than $75 billion of military assistance to Ukraine so far. Earlier, the NATO members had agreed that Ukraine should move closer to the alliance in practical terms. They even planned to set up a joint council for the same. But no clear roadmap has been provided for the process.
Investing in our deterrence and defense is more important than ever, because we need to keep our people safe in a more dangerous world. I expect NATO allies to make a more ambitious commitment to defense investment in Vilnius, with 2% of GDP for defense as a floor, not a ceiling.
Now, remember, NATO agreed in principle in 2008 that Ukraine could, of course, be allowed to join the military alliance. However, the country has never been given a formal pathway to membership. Because if Ukraine were to become a NATO member, then the alliance will be obliged to defend it against Russian onslaught. A policy that is enshrined in NATO's original 1949 treaty that grants membership only by unanimous consent. But France and Germany have in the past opposed Ukraine's inclusion, and other European members are also extremely wary of it. Meanwhile, NATO has its own set of problems to deal with. Members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization are eyeing to extend Jens Stoltenberg's term as the Secretary General of the Western Military Alliance. 31 members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization have been looking for his replacement, but are yet to find one. The Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen has emerged as a possible frontrunner, and the British Defence Minister Ben Wallace has also thrown his hat into the ring.
The Russians cannot do it properly. So I think that...
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.